Hi everybody, today I'm visiting the village of Orford in Suffolk, particularly for its fine castle which stands behind me. This was constructed in the 12th century at the behest of Henry II in response to a rebellion led by local warlords, most notably the Bigod family of Framlingham Castle. For centuries the castle keep has served very little purpose. It's been used a few times as a film set, particularly for the film Witchfinder General starring Vincent Price in the early 1960s. And today it's owned and maintained by English Heritage. Originally it had a curtain wall around it, but that unfortunately has long since disappeared. Today the village is mostly known for tourism and its kippers. It's very famous for its kippers. And it has a small fishing port, although much silted up over the years. What I'm hoping to do is to go inside the tower and engage with any kind of spiritual activity which may pervade there, and hopefully capture some EVP. The only downside, it's a lovely warm summer's day, which is quite unusual for England, and there are a lot of tourists about, so that might possibly dint upon any type of activity I'm likely to encounter. But hey, anyway, stay with me, let's go inside and let's check out Orford Castle. Thank you. Making my way up the steep incline to the castle entrance, I decided to take the arduous climb directly to the roof first and then make my way down each floor. Okay, we're in the Orford Museum. There's a lot of people around, so I won't necessarily be saying what I'm feeling for fear of embarrassment. I'm going to set the camera up in here, and if I feel anything, I'll try and report it to you. There's quite a strong energy here around the fireplace. I don't know whether this is connected with some of the exhibits here. There's some old police truncheons and bells and stuff. But here the energy is very, very strong. Definitely a male presence, and I see this more as a household than anything else. This window, for some weird reason, has quite an attraction for me. Almost as though someone could stand here for hours on end, because there's commanding views across the estuary at the back. And the energy I'm feeling here is female, probably 17th century. Wearing a red dress with a white cover, like a small white surplice type hat thing, or whatever they used to be called. Like a cowling across the head. Slightly portly, but looking through this window towards the village and the estuary. Any spirits of this building, come in peace, light and love. If you wish to see something. Mean you no harm or disrespect. Wish to make friendly and peaceful contact. I'm not really picking up much more, unfortunately, so we'll move down to the next floor. The next floor down led me into an old medieval chapel. Sadly, there was much background noise from noisy families and retired folk, but even in this confusion, I could feel the gentility of prayer and devotion. For any spirits of this room, could you tell me who you are, please? Could you identify yourself? God, these people won't shut up. I'm not really picking a great deal up in this small room. It looks like an old chapel. It's beautiful, ornate, wonderfully carved. It feels very spiritual. Whether that equate to anything or not, I really don't know. There's a lot of background noise from tourists, so it's going to be difficult, but at least I can share some of the building with you and hopefully pick something up. Background noises made further communication difficult, and so reluctantly I decided to leave to the next floor. Very noisy in here. I'm going to sit here for a couple of minutes and see what I can pick up, if anything. Any friendly spirits of this building? If you'd like to identify yourself, could you do so now, please? There is a lot of background noise. There's children now running around upstairs. Now here I feel brutality. I don't know why, but I do. Terrible brutality. Very strange. Certainly an energy in here. I'm actually standing inside the dungeon. It's very, very cool in here, which, as you would expect it to be. And that feeling I felt above of brutality is so much more evident in here. It's so much more stronger. This would, after all, be the place that prisoners would be interrogated and tortured. The walls here are at least 10 feet thick. I don't know where these chambers originally led to. Right down below is the well. I don't know whether it served as something as an oubliette in later years for disposing of people. Unlikely, because it would be the water supply. But nevertheless, it's fascinating. Any spirits of this room, of this castle, I've come in love, light and peace. I only wish to make friendly contact with you. If you could tell me who you are, please. If you have any message. Well, here ends the journey, everybody. I'm in the basement or dungeon of the castle. It's certainly nice and cool compared to the heat outside. And as you can hear, there's a lot of background noise caused through children running around. So I've decided now to call it a day. I hope we've been able to share something interesting with you. I wouldn't recommend this as a spot for anybody to come up here hoping to tap into spiritual energies, because it is far too noisy. There are many tourists that travel here. I'm here on a Wednesday. I dread to think what it would be like here at the weekends. Anyway, thank you for sharing your time with me, and I hope to speak to you again soon. Thank you.